Hood Talk News, we on fire.
Man, I was just scrolling the internet again, y'all, and I came across this video, man. This guy, you know what I'm saying, he supposed to be talking about, you know, Kim Porter diary before she died, you know what I'm saying. They say she had a book that was coming out, you know what I'm saying, something about her diary, the things that was in her diary, the things Diddy did, basically a tell-it-all book. But y'all check it out, man. I'm gonna react to this. We're gonna go through this real quick, but check it out.
He would record a lot of prominent people and keep these recordings in a safe. She goes to his house, gets the stuff from the safe, and at that point, she says, if anything happens to her, the book will be released along with the tapes. But what I got for you today, my friend, you're getting a treat here. You're getting a scoop that nobody has gotten. I mentioned this on one reel, and it was my most played reel on my entire Instagram. Over 100 and something thousand plays, which for me is pretty big. Like that's a lot more than normal. I'll kind of pre-curse this. So I'm not going to give the names of how I come into contact with this book, but anybody that knows anything about the Diddy situation, he had a longtime girlfriend.
I want to know how he got this goddamn book, y'all. He said he got his hands on it. He ain't going to say no name, but goddamn, I want to read that motherfucker. But hold on, y'all. Here we go.
Kim Porter. Now, he had a few kids with her. They had a long-running relationship, and then they did separate. Now, it's been long rumored that she was writing like a diary. I don't necessarily know if I would call it a book, but a diary of events that took place throughout their relationship. And then she mysteriously passed away due to pneumonia. As I was saying, it's been long rumored that she was writing a tell-all book, or at least a memoir, detailing her tumultuous life with P. Diddy and some of his extracurricular activities. I read it. I was actually out of town, so I took it with me, and I'm reading it on the plane.
I just want to know, y'all, what the fuck do Diddy do to make these people want to engage into his sick life? I don't know if it's the money or what.
And it's not a lot, which tends to put a little bit of validity towards it. Was like her memoirs. It wasn't actually a full-blown book. This is not a 300-page book by any means. It more or less looked like a diary that was kind of put together in sequential order. And it was about 45 pages long. And I read it, and I'm just like, wow. And now I grew up. P. Diddy was hot when I grew up. Like Bad Boy was hot. Tupac, I mean, those two were the top in the game, Christopher Wallace, Biggie Smalls, Tupac. So Puff Daddy was in the limelight everywhere, and he, stayed there for a good deal of time. And then he branched out and done other things with Ciroc and Sean John. So it's not somebody that I was completely, unaware of, but the things that were talked about in that book, I was just like, there's no way he done all this. And we're going to talk about a few things in there, because now, like, the more time has went by. I read this book in April. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. The Southern District of New York would beg to differ.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That a lot more, that book, that diary that you read is looking more and more credible now.
Yes, it definitely is more and more credible. And this is,
Boy, when things do start coming out, goddammit. Hey, Puff gonna walk in that motherfucker like Nino Brown, goddammit. Nigga, you going down with me? Yeah, Jay-Z, your ass coming too. Everybody going down, goddammit. Goddammit, that nigga gonna say, goddamn, Andre Harrell, I wish your ass, I could dig your ass up and bring your ass here too. Well, cause I got some shit on your ass too. Goddammit, Diddy finna let loose on everybody goddamn ass.
This is just one woman's accounts, as we'll go through when we get into the all the charges against him. There's multiple women, multiple crimes, multiple things that's going on that he's getting charged with. Very serious stuff. And this is just one account, one lady. Now and I'm gonna just talk about a few.
This nigga got hit with a goddamn freak off Rico.
Few of the things from this book, because there's a lot of stuff in there. Some very prominent people in the music business are named. I'm not going to talk about every single one, but just a few of them. She says when she first meets Diddy that they, of course, began at some point in time to engage in some activity. And which is fine. I mean, by God, go right ahead. Yeah.
He's not shy, that's for sure.
No, because what his idea of a good time is he wants her to use extra large toys and different things.
Man, this man was a goddamn freak, man. Come on, man. Goddamn, soon as you goddamn meet him, he ready to have a freak off. Bruh couldn't even wait. He couldn't even wait. Goddamn, not even the 3 days. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit, man. Goddamn, boy, this boy is freaky, boy.
Things on him to the point to where he's, bleeding. It seems a little painful to me. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Lord have mercy.
Consider that what I would, put in the classification as a pleasurable experience, but to him it was. And I think you can get there. I think at a point in time when you have money and stuff like that, I'm not saying I'll ever be there, but I think it's possible.
I don't, bruh. Not no real man, bruh. I don't give a damn how much money you got. No freak offs. Not like that. Hell no.
When you have money and you have girls, I think, you probably go to one girl, then two girls, then three girls, then this, then that. I think you eventually have to get to where that really, really, really far out there is what satisfies the regular crew.
No, man. When they go far out there like that shit already been in them. They just got money now and they could pull it off in a secret way or whatever the fuck. Because motherfuckers coming at them left and right and they can pick and choose. But goddamn it, that shit been in them. A real man ain't doing no shit like that, man. He gonna be with women forever. He ain't gonna goddamn do no freak offs, no looking at no other man because he done had so many women. It don't go like that, bro. If you was a freak then, you was a freak before that. Now you just can express your goddamn freaky ways, goddamn it, because you got the money and the power and shit. But goddamn it, no, it don't go like that, my brother.
Craving for you. I think that's a thing. My opinion. I could be wrong. It's not my
Yeah, you wrong, bro. You wrong.
my thing, but I think it is a thing for some people. And she said that she was so weirded out by this experience that she didn't want to talk to him anymore. And obviously she knew who he was. It was Diddy, but I mean, she was just like, this is pretty strange. I'm not going, it's too much. And he pursued her for a while, but they met up at a club and he was like, I was just kind of a little out there and I'm sorry. I'd really like to get.
Fuck that, boy. It had to be the money to make her go back. Once he tell you to put some up in him and he bleeding and shit, and then this type of shit he on, boy, it wasn't supposed to be no looking back, goddamn it. Then you supposed to be running and never turn back around, goddamn it. You supposed to still be goddamn running.
Give it another chance, and they get back together. And she alludes in there that he had affairs with people like Mary J. Blige, and that she also was having. It was pretty much an open relationship. They were both doing their own thing.
Goddamn, man, do everybody got a goddamn story about Mary? Mary was quiet as kept, boy. Mary was laying him down, boy, wasn't she? Tupac, Diddy, goddamn, it was just a goddamn freak party, goddamn it.
Which is, I think, in Hollywood.
For Mary, goddamn it. Not for goddamn Mary, but for Mary, Puff, certain people, goddamn it.
And that industry is probably pretty common.
Right.
One of the bigger ones was, and this is the short that we, that I discussed on the show, was the Tupac situation. Now, she claims in this book to have been with Tupac solo at another point in time. Now, before all the bad blood between East Coast, West Coast, and
that set them off, boy. Goddamn it, boy, that set them off.
Before everybody wanted to, take each other out, all these guys are friends.
But shit, one of his goddamn baby mamas, you know what I'm saying? The one they think is goddamn with my man Wolf, baby. They said his mama was Tupac old lady first. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was fucking with her first. And then Diddy went behind him. So, hey, that's how I go in the circle, goddamn it, I guess.
Now, there's some pictures in this book of people hanging out in the same location, Snoop, Diddy, etc. And a lot of these, there's a famous, I forget right off where it's at, but Pac and Biggie are together rapping at like some concert. It's a famous concert where they get up there and freestyle. So there was a point in time where they all got along. And she said they're at Diddy's home and, they're all hanging out, chilling. And she's like, she's been with Pac solo. And Diddy kind of brings it up like, hey, we've all been with each other. but we've never been with each other together. I've been with Kim. You've been with.
See, this was the beginning of the freak offs, y'all. He was testing the waters right then and there. This is the beginning of the goddamn freak off. This is how it all started, y'all.
With Kim, but we've never been with Kim together. And almost kind of lays out a competition as to one goes first and sees how long it takes to get Kim to climax.
Right.
Look, man, this man been doing this, man. He's been a freak before that. He probably would take it, you know, everybody, the G.I. Joe, the little wrestling man, he probably was making them do strange shit with each other. His mama know that shit, goddammit.
Right.
And Pac is, according to her words, and I want to make sure people understand this. I'm reading from this book. I'm not saying this is true. I wasn't there. I wasn't hiding in the closet. Oh, Hollywood wasn't nowhere around there, okay? I'm going off the book. She says that Pac is immediately like, you know, F that, F this, F that. You know, I'm not feeling that or whatever. And he just like basically cusses Diddy out and leaves.
Pac wasn't with that shit, man. Man, Pac wasn't with that shit. That's why when they put out all them stories about something happened to Pac in jail and all that shit. Man, listen, man. In this world, at any day and time, goddammit, timing. If you did something in the dark, that shit ain't gonna take too long to come to the goddamn light. Somebody gonna be goddamn talking, goddammit. That's, you know, that's how the shit go, man. For real, I hear a lot of people say, goddamn, Puff ain't doing nothing different than Hugh Hefner, goddamn it. I guess I said it, nigga. Hugh Hefner, goddamn, from Playboy. They saying Puff ain't did nothing different than what this goddamn nigga doing, right? I'm looking at the shit like this. Well, goddamn, Hugh had a goddamn good way of covering his shit up. Cause goddamn ain't no goddamn body come out and say nothing about him, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? No, not one person. So therefore, he ain't did shit in my eyes. Until people start coming, pointing, accusing and shit like that. That's why I say, man, what's done in the dark, that shit gonna come to the light, goddammit. For real.
So this sends Diddy into a little bit of a tizzy. He's obviously upset. I don't know whether he's worried that, you know, Pac could spill the beans on what he's into or what. The next day, she says she walks in on a conversation that was had between Pac and a guy by the name of Jimmy Henchman, and that it was an orchestrated setup for Tupac to be shot, which was the shooting that happened at Quad 6 Studios the first time Pac got shot a number of times. Now, I know people are going to say it wasn't Jimmy Henchman, it was this person, or it was that.
No, I think Jimmy came out and admitted that he did that shit. We ain't going to say that shit. I think Jimmy admitted that shit when he was in jail.
Person, or it was Haitian Jack, or it was for this reason. I'm not saying this was exactly what happened. Again, I'm just reading from this book. Now, if you watch that Tupac and Biggie, I don't know if I actually ever watched the Tupac movie, but I know there was a show, and he is going to the studio in New York, allegedly, big season from the street. They wave him up. As he goes into the lobby, he's basically robbed and shot. Now, in Tupac's mind, he's thinking he was set up to come there. That is really, in a sense.
Boy, that the power of the P, boy. That's a powerful thing, boy. To some of these niggas, man, the power of the P will have these niggas kill you, boy. I swear.
That's what kind of started this whole beef between Tupac and Biggie, East Coast, West Coast. That event was the catalyst. That was the first domino to fall. Now, Pac obviously didn't die.
I think Biggie was caught up in the goddamn in the web of that shit, man. Like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? So when the shit went down, Puff looking at the shit like Puff know what the fuck he was talking about. When he said, yeah, Biggie, Puff, all them, he probably thought Biggie really had something to do with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he know Puff really had something to do with it. But Biggie probably didn't understand what the fuck was going on. So when he made all these songs, when he made the song like Who Shot You, throwing shots at him on the song with Jay-Z, or Get Money, and all that shit there, when he subliminal, you know, shots that he was throwing and shit, I think it because Puff had him in the dog. Puff like, I don't know what nigga talking about. But all along, it was about Kim.
Got shot and he lived, but after that, things just wasn't the same. Now, to hear this book tell it, that was put into motion by Diddy. as a revenge for, I guess, Pac dissing off the situation. It seems a little extreme to go to that, I'll admit. But once it doesn't happen, once he's not killed, he's like, all right, well, now he's going to be pissed. Now he's going to think it's us.
That will upset you.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
And I know it was a whole story out there about Jimmy Henchman. Them did that shit because of this shit with the rape case shit. We all know, man. You know what I'm saying? We all know. Only Jimmy could tell y'all that shit, man. And if Puff was out here putting shit on his goddamn books and shit while he in prison, he'll never tell that goddamn story. Because he already done took the time for the shit. You know, he already taking the time for it. That nigga got life on top of life. He probably don't never see the streets again. So he don't give a fuck. Straight up.
See where he'd be a little, you know.
Some people shrug it off, but some people take it personal.
I mean, I would. That's personal. It's personal. So now Diddy is kind of like, where do we go from here? And so there's a meeting, and he tells Big, and Big allegedly does not want to do this, but he tells Big to go ahead and drop the track "Who Shot You."
Now, a lot of people say Big had that track way before anything. It ain't had nothing to do with Pac. Man, just listen to the song. Song tell you right what it was about, man. Like I say, I think goddamn motherfucking Big was, you know, in the dark about everything. He ain't know, you know what I'm saying, that Puff is really beefing about a girl. You know what I'm saying? If he would have knew that shit, he'd have been like, man, come on, man. It ain't worth all this shit. I just wish him and Pop would have got a chance to sit down and talk about this shit, because a lot of shit would have came to the light. I think Big was in the blind about a lot of shit, man. That nigga Puff is an evil, dirty ass nigga, man. I'm telling you.
This is all in her book. I'm not making this up. This isn't Hollywood's, you know, hip hop fables. This is from the book. Okay. You know, you don't want to believe me, you know, go yell at the author. That's all I can say. That he tells him to go ahead and drop "Who Shot You," because it's almost a poke at Tupac. You know, I don't know if you're familiar with the song, but it kind of is basically, you know, "Who Shot You" kind of says it, you know. But allegedly this was written before that happened.
That nigga said his own nigga, fuck all that bickering beef. That nigga was talking to Pac, man.
But now when he drops it, immediately it kind of just pours gasoline on the situation. And she says, Puffy's like, well, if he didn't die, he's going to fire back at us. We might as well at least profit financially from this. And so that kind of starts that. He drops that.
Yeah, Puff had Big in the blind, man. That nigga was telling Big, yeah, man, yeah, he coming at us for nothing, man. Then you know we ain't had nothing to do with that. All along, he knew what the fuck was going on. That's why I say, man, when that karma come back and hit your ass, it might not hit your ass for the shit you did. But goddamn it gonna catch your ass on something for the shit you did in the past and all that shit. It's coming back, boy. This how it gonna end. You thought it was gravy when they got Suge, nigga? You was on that list too, bro. It was just a matter of goddamn time.
Tupac drops "Hit 'Em Up," which was probably one of the greatest diss tracks ever. He talks about being with Faith's wife, or Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, excuse me. Definitely not Faith Hill, Faith Evans. And so that's where all those kind of.
And it's crazy that, you know, Biggie went through that with goddamn Pac, you know, about Faith and all that shit, because the beef turned into something else. But then all the niggas that was against Pac on Biggie's side, Stevie J was his goddamn producer. He goddamn had a whole relationship with the man's wife. He was friends with Big. Look at that. This show you how slimy these dudes is. And ain't no telling what type of goddamn freak off party Diddy that had that he done invited Faith to, and she probably did some shit with him too. Ain't no goddamn telling. None of these guys was loyal to Big when he died, but they had him blind in this shit with Pac. Pac probably was the most loyal nigga to him, because Pac was helping him out to get to this level, putting him on shows and shit before any of the fame and shit. But, you know, niggas in his ear trying to make it like it's this or that and make him and manipulate his mind and make him feel like Pac after him for nothing, man.
Tracks come into play. Now, Biggie Smalls is a whole nother story in this, because Biggie allegedly was going to leave Bad Boy and go out on his own. Now, since I read that book in March, there's been multiple articles that drop here, there on different internet sources that said Biggie was going to go out on his own. There's been sources that said Biggie and Pac were going to both leave. Biggie was going to leave Bad Boy. Pac was going to leave Death Row. They were going to get together and do their own label. That has also been something I've read.
I don't think they planned that, but I think eventually that shit would have happened. I think them niggas would have, because Pac is smart and Biggie was smart too. They were too smart to, be in the blind too goddamn long before they figured out, man, these niggas manipulating us to go at each other. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a matter of time because them dudes were smart dudes, man. They wasn't dumb like that.
That is not in this book, but that's just other things that I've read. Now, Puff says at a party,
just imagine if that shit would have happened, y'all. Just imagine Biggie and Pac together. God damn, man. These niggas like Puff and all these niggas here, man, these niggas destroyed hip hop, man. We came so far, you know what I'm saying, from when it started all the way up to, you know what I'm saying, that day they killed hip hop. It ain't never been the same since, man. Since Pac and Biggie died, it ain't been the same, man. Yeah, we have cats come through, do their thing, woo, 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 here for the moment type shit. But we ain't really, since Pac and Biggie, man, I ain't feel the love there no more, man. For real, it just slowly died.
This is at a party where a lot of prominent, people are supposed to be at, and Kim overhears Puffy say, "I'm not going to have his damn back if he's not got my back 100," or something to that effect. And he's like, "I can't do it myself, but I'll pull protection if we ever leave New York." Now, if you take that at face value, when they go to California, which is not the place that, your East Coast rappers are very welcomed, it is where Big got shot. Right. And if you look into the details of it, Gene Deal, who's been doing a lot of interviews here lately, he was the bodyguard. He was with Puff.
Yeah, man, I think Big went out there too early, man. He went back out there too early. Pac had just died. You know what I'm saying? And if Puff was behind something happened to Big, this was a good way to pull it off, goddammit. With all the beef going on, and they say his mama didn't want him to go. His mama begged him like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, Puff tell a story about Big wanted to go and he didn't and all that shit. But I think Puff was in his ear. Just if you pay attention, y'all, just like this shit, you know what I'm saying, with the Tupac shit, how he manipulated Big on that. So why wouldn't he manipulate him to go out to California and shit? Come on, man.
Nobody was with Biggie. Biggie was taken out. He was shot. I mean, Puff's car was not shot at. So you kind of start to see maybe there is some validity to this. But then I would like, okay, well, why would you take out your biggest artist? Well, if he knew that Biggie was going to leave, he wasn't.
Man, come on, you got to think about it. This is, hey, listen now. This is a good conversation to goddamn have, because if it's true about Puffy, goddamn it, doing this shit to Pac about his girl, about a chick, you know what I'm saying? He doing this to goddamn Pac about a chick. How y'all think Biggie coming from the streets was gonna feel about this shit? Like, nigga, you got me going at this dude about some shit cause you in your feelings about a chick? Of course Big was gonna goddamn leave. And he probably was gonna team back up with Pac and apologize and say, man, I ain't know all this shit there. And nigga, it was gonna be on. Puff couldn't let that happen. He was better off to him dead. Cause he would have found out the truth and he probably already was goddamn questioning. Big probably was already questioning Puff, man. Like, man, something ain't right. Cause you know niggas in the street talk. And I'm pretty sure niggas around there in the same circle, niggas saying, look, man, I'm telling you, man, such said that this nigga had something to do with that shit with Pop, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You probably going at Pop for no reason, bruh. Y'all know how that shit go, man.
Isn't going to be his biggest artist anymore.
Right.
And I'm not 100% sure on what happened with all the royalties and, the masters and all of that stuff. There's a part in that book that says Valletta Wallace, who was Biggie's mom, came to Puff and was basically asking for some of the money that her son had earned and generated through all the music and everything.
How can you not want to pay this man mama? He made, all you had to do is give him his portion, goddammit, because you ain't paying him now. He gone. Give her Biggie portion. God damn, nigga. You're too busy buying up baby oil, nigga. That what the fuck was going on? Biggie mama see where all the goddamn money was going now. Nigga was up there buying goddamn baby. Hey, y'all, about the baby oil shit, man. Now, the only way that goddamn baby oil shit can make sense is this nigga just started a line of baby oil. But why would you have the product in your mansion bathroom? You could get a warehouse or something and stack all that shit up. What you got the product at home for, goddammit? I know you ain't got to test that many goddamn bottles. Man, this nigga here was having a goddamn slide party, boy. Slide in and out. If you know what the hell I mean. Goddamn it. Y'all remember the slip and slide we used to put down? That nigga tell a nigga to put, hey, Diddy would tell that motherfucker to toot it up while he slide on in. That nigga coming down, that motherfucker heavy strong. Whoop, right on in, boy. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
And he basically told her, kind of like the whole MC Hammer thing was like, he didn't really make any money. He was in debt. You know, I paid for all the publishing for these records. I paid for this. I paid for that. Really, he owed me money.
Goddamn, 30 years later, and he's still in debt, nigga. Where get that late, man? Come on, man. See, that's why this shit happening to Diddy right now. Within time, this man, come on, man. He been out of debt with you, man. Biggie is the whole goddamn bad boy. It wouldn't be no bad boy if I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Biggie set that shit off. Straight up, man. And you mean to tell me you ain't gonna give his mama shit? Come on, now I know Craig Mack was in the beginning, but Biggie set that shit off, boy. Cause he kept going, you know what I'm saying? Come on now.
But if you need a little bit of help, I'll give you some.
Yeah, out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah, out of the goodness of my heart, I'll give it to you because
that nigga said told Biggie mama, if you need some help, I'll give it to you. Nigga, boy, I be digging up and through that goddamn grave coming for this nigga ass that I thought was my goddamn friend. For real, man. This nigga, I hunt that nigga for the rest of that Biggie got his ass locked up, boy, I'm telling you. Biggie hunting that nigga. Biggie and Pac. They done linked up together, goddammit. They done linked up together in the afterlife, goddammit. They hunting this nigga ass, goddammit.
I'll be honest, you haven't heard a ton from Valletta Wallace, good or bad, about the whole situation with Puffy. And let's be honest, Diddy, you know, I'm sure it was his friend. I'm sure they had, you know, some sort of bond, but he milked, you know, Biggie's death for everything it was worth.
Sure did. Coming out all them damn songs. Every step I take. Nigga coming out with all kind of stone shit. Nigga ain't shedding one goddamn tear. That nigga, boy, hey, that nigga the best goddamn actor out, boy. That nigga was crying all that award show. Man, that nigga ain't give a shit about Diddy. I mean, by Biggie, goddammit. That nigga ain't give a shit.
And apparently, I'm not sure. I think it is.
Because if you give a shit, you gonna take care of nigga family, especially his mom and his kids. God damn, nigga.
It's true because Sting said it on the Breakfast Club. He sampled the Police, I'll Be Missing You, when he sung that song for Biggie. Allegedly, he has to pay Sting, I want to say it's like $1,000 or a couple thousand a day for the rights to that song. That's about to run out here real soon. Sting better be glad he got what he got because Diddy's about to.
Oh, yeah, his music on and shit. Ain't nobody finna listen to that nigga. Hey, boy, goddamn. This shit worse than the R. Kelly case, goddammit. This shit worse than the R. Kelly case.
Not be able to pay nothing for a while. So that's another story that's in this book.
Already finna pull that shit down. That motherfucker, they already done pulled that they pulled that shit down after the goddamn motherfucking Cassie incident. But they really finna pull that shit down now. Hey, y'all, and listen. This is not bashing another black man. But when listen, y'all, we gotta start looking, all black men, man. We gotta start looking at this shit like this. It ain't bashing another black man. It's talk about these niggas there because they making us look bad. Y'all know how that stereotype shit go. They making all us look goddamn bad. You going out here doing this fuck shit when you done made it, nigga. All us out here striving to try to be something and make it some goddamn way, nigga, and you done made it. And goddamn it, nigga, you making it look bad for us coming behind you. You supposed to be setting the way, nigga, so we could come behind you and succeed too, goddamn it. Nigga, y'all niggas making all us look goddamn bad with the dumb shit y'all come, you know what I'm saying, out here and goddamn do. Shit. I'm gonna talk about your ass, nigga.
There's also a story about, you remember when he dated Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
According to Kim, this whole entire relationship between them two was basically a farce for the media. They were together. They would make public appearances. They would appear to be a couple, but in actuality, Kim was still living at his house.
That shit didn't look real to me anyway. It seemed, I always said, I ain't see no affection. I ain't see no, it felt like, you know, they were putting on. Like, it just didn't look right. They didn't even look right together, goddammit. Because it wasn't real, man. You could look at that shit and tell. But that's neither here nor there. Shit, if it was real or fake, goddammit. She was just running around with it. She put her name attached to this motherfucker. So therefore, shit, he was dating her, goddammit.
And there was an instance, I don't know how much you followed rap back in those days, where you were out in those days, weren't you? Were you in jail?
I was out, but I don't.
Shit, y'all already know J-Lo. J-Lo goddamn jumping on any goddamn anything that gonna pull her up a little extra notch, goddamn it. Y'all already know that shit. She goddamn using Diddy. Diddy ass was hot. She like, fuck this shit. They gonna better my career. The bitch went to goddamn shooting and shit. Goddamn J-Lo say, hell no. Fuck that. I done got all I can get. I'm gone. Fuck this shit.
I'm not sure the time. This would have been maybe mid-90s. There was a rapper that come out named Shine. Remember him?
No. I would have followed it more if they'd played it on WQIK Country.
Okay, I don't know if that's a lot.
Buddy said he would have followed Shine more if they played him on the country station. Man, you don't get the, what the hell? Man, ain't nobody playing no goddamn Shine on no goddamn country station, nigga. Hey, but you can look for goddamn everybody getting tipsy, goddamn it. Them motherfucker that remixed that motherfucker to a country song. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. I was like, what the fuck going on, goddamn it? Y'all nigga better not play with Tupac like that. I swear to God, boy, I hear shed so many tears in the country, bitch. I'm coming looking for a motherfucker. I ain't bullshitting.
So I heard a lot more of it, but they didn't tend to play those songs in country music.
You're not gonna get a Shine on WIKK Country. I'm glad there's not another K in there. Otherwise, there's gonna be some sniffing around in that radio station.
UYK, not KK.
Oh, KKK, goddamn. What the fuck y'all trying to hint at, man? Damn it. Shit, man. But now, come on now.
Okay. So Shine come out. I actually love Shine's first rap album. It is up there on like my top 5 of all rap albums. And I love all kinds of music.
Shine was all right. I didn't say top 5, but he was goddamn all right. Because, nigga, I grew up on Biggie, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Shine did a little, he did a little shit, but, nigga, I always like to go with the real, goddamn it. Not the motherfucking imitating shit, man. I like the real shit. But Shine did his thing. He did a good job at, goddamn it, what he did. Shit.
Shine had a very distinctive voice.
But see, the thing about Shine, what I had to learn, he wasn't trying to sound like Biggie. That nigga goddamn actually talk just like he rap. It just so happened he's talking rap like goddamn Biggie. You know what I'm saying? That's how his voice is. But that nigga actual voice was just like I do. Nigga shit would say, nigga, I don't know, God goddamn fucked him up. He put a goddamn a fat person voice, a big person voice in his goddamn little skinny ass, goddamn it. He mixed that shit up the wrong way or something.
He sounded very much like Biggie Smalls. And
I first heard that nigga and then goddamn see him, nigga, I'm like, boy, this nigga sound bigger than Biggie, boy. Goddamn, saying nigga, hell no, this nigga making his voice sound like that until you goddamn heard him talk. Cause y'all know Biggie talk like that cause he's a big guy, you know what I'm saying? He trying to talk and breathe at the same time. Yeah. But that shit sounded good on the goddamn record though. Goddamn Big ripped some shit now.
Was kind of gonna be that guy to revive Bad Boy, to put him back in that gangster rap, because you could tell a lot of his stuff that he was rapping about was stuff he really did. I mean, he told a story. If you go back to how people would tell stories when they were rap, he was telling stories. I'm not going to say they were true, but they damn sure sounded true. If they weren't his, they were somebody that he knew.
Right.
Because it was pretty detailed. So his stardom, his ship starting to sail, if you will. And they're all at a nightclub in New York. Jennifer Lopez, Shine, Puff, and there's a shooting that happens. A girl gets shot in the face. I don't think she died. I think she got shot in the face. I don't think anybody died. I don't think. But anyways, they all get in Puffy's SUV and take off. Now, what winds up happening is Shine takes the rap for having the gun and doing the shooting.
Now that chick came out and said that she looked Puffy dead in his goddamn face. You know what I'm saying? When that shit went down. Say he looked him dead in his goddamn face.
But everybody immediately says
Say he was the one that pulled that trigger. God damn it. I don't know.
That it was Biggie. Shine gets a pretty substantial prison sentence out of this. I don't know if it was like 10 years or 12 years, but he goes to jail. That's what eventually winds up happening. But before that, like the next day after the shooting, she says, this is Kim talking, J-Lo shows up at the house and is like irate with Puffy, saying that, you know, she's got a career and this is going to
J-Lo ready to get the fuck up on out of there, boy. She wasn't bullshitting.
cost her career in movies and this, that, and the other. And he tells her to relax, that he's got it all under control. She said, what do you mean you got it under control? And he's like, Shine's going to take the rap for it. He's going to take the bid. Nobody's going to have to do any time.
This nigga, man, ain't no telling how many niggas in jail for this nigga. This nigga have a bitch take a bid in a hot minute, boy. God damn.
He's going to admit to having the gun. He's going to admit to being the trigger guy.
But the thing is, right, he's a good manipulator. Because, boy, nobody couldn't goddamn manipulate me to take now motherfucking charge, boy. If you pulled that trigger and you did it, boy, hey, listen. Goddamn it, I know in Miami, nigga, when a nigga get in the car, when I was running them streets, bitch, you better be 21. I don't give a damn you got what you got on you. I don't want to know what you got on you. But we get pulled over, you better be 21, goddamn it. And 21 is being an adult, nigga, about your shit. Being a man about your shit. You got in this motherfucker with it. I ain't tell you to come out the door with that shit. Take your motherfucking charge. That ain't no bullshit, man. You don't take me out the street for some shit you done motherfucking did, nigga. Everybody got to take their own motherfucking charge, bro. And I ain't going to take you off the street for some shit I did. If I did it, nigga, I'm going to say I did it. I'm going to stand on that shit, man. These niggas be, whoa, boy.
And, you know, we're basically going to skate on this. And she's like, well, what happens if he changes his mind while he's in there? Like if he don't decides, hey, I'm not going to do all this time. He's like, nobody inside will change their mind. There's too many people that can get to him if they decide to change their mind. And I guess to a certain...
I bet that nigga started changing his motherfucking mind in that bitch. I'm telling you, Stevie J, you coming down with me too. I told that nigga gonna do like Nino Brown. If I fall, everybody goddamn fall. God damn it. Everybody going down, god damn it.
Certain degree, maybe it kind of set her at ease. And according to Kim, before she leaves, he tries to get the three of them together, And J-Lo's just like...
I wonder how Biggie felt about that shit, man. I mean, how Diddy felt about that shit. Evidently, he ain't feel no way about Stevie J dating Biggie goddamn ex. When all these niggas was buddy, he was making beats and shit for goddamn Biggie. You know, he started hanging out with him during and after. Stevie J started hanging back with Diddy, goddamn it. These niggas have no loyalty for shit, boy. Yeah, I bet it wasn't even no conversation. Probably dapped him up. Oh, you hit that? Yeah, shit. She fucking everything anyway. Pac hit her. Goddamn, everybody was knocking that down. I hit her one time too since Big been gone. Cause these niggas slimy like that, man.
It's like, no, there's too much shit going on. I can't do this. So even in the midst of all this, Puffy's still trying to, you know, get J-Lo and Kim into bed. You know, I guess kudos to him. He's not
Priorities.
Man, this nigga, hey man, y'all, I just came to bring y'all that. Like, share, and subscribe to the realest platform on the planet, cause we gonna keep bringing y'all this real, man. We gonna keep bringing it to y'all, man. Hey, man, like us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever y'all can find us at. Man, hey, listen. You're in tune to the realest platform on the planet. Hood Talk News. I'm out.
Yo. Fuck that shit. We on.
We gonna do what? We
come through this bitch hitting harder than core. Most of the bullshit we tend to ignore. Most of these niggas be snitching, these bitches be tricking for Gucci, Bass, Fendi, Dior. Tip to my shooter, he scrap out the door. We turning up just to even the score. We independent, no label, no handing, no favors. That mean we be getting back more. Money goes up, she be dropping it more. Labels be sweating, be knocking on doors. I ain't no slave, you a hater, be turning the tables. Just know who we doing this for. Them niggas that will come through your front door. Just know we trying to get them so much more. We sitting at the table like fuck a favor. If not, what we doing this for?
Got
Don't make a move cause you bound to get shot. Ain't no one out here want issue for clout. Don't want no issue, not with you, they dish you. Won't undo the pain, mama feel if I die. Don't need my little broski asking the why. Tell my homies I stay sober, they high. What would you do if they crewing up on us like, ooh, sucker shit can't fly. I avoid getting high, beauty of the naked eye. On point, no lie, real G, stay low key. I told all my homies we gon' make it home alive. Unapologetic, we don't apologize. The niggas I know they go ride. Any problems, we go hit up the guys. Fuck you haters, I'm the one you despise.